is paying close attention. And we have already seen this in our session of strategies to improve empathy. So the attention is not only about centering your focus on one particular thing. Of course, it is about focusing on one particular thing, but it also involves ignoring a great deal of competing information and stimuli. If we have to focus on something, we should have the competence to not to get disturbed or not to take additional inputs. Our attention has to be focused on one thing. If we are discussing with someone, our entire focus should be to that particular someone and not to the other people and the surroundings. So it's a combination of focus and combination of preventing multiple stimuli. So this is what we call it as a attention. So the attention allows you to tune out information, sensations, and perception. Tune out, right? Variety of the information, sensations, and perceptions that are not relevant to that moment. And instead focus our energy on the information that is more important, right? So the attention is a dual competency. It is not only a competency to be attentive and be focused, but also a competency to prevent extra or additional information or stimuli reaching you. So this is what we call it as attention. Socially skilled people pay close attention to what and who is around them. And I can tell you one example of my very close friend, unfortunately, who is no more. And I consider him as a, say, model. Means in NLP, we talk about modeling. So you model the behavior of a expert in that particular domain. So means I'm not modeling him, but he is a model of social skills. And what he used to do, he was having hundreds of friends, including me. To every friend, it seemed that he is his best friend. So he gave a feel that is, I am your best friend and you are my best friend to the hundreds of people, which is practically not possible, because you can be best friend with very few in your life. But he was a different kind of person. How he used to do, when he used to come to meet me, of course, means I had spent a considerable amount of time with him, and he was, means out of his 100 friends also, means if he has to segregate, so that was the type of say relationship we had. But whenever he used to be with me, he was giving full attention to me. Means not only in listening, means right now I'm not talking about the listening point, means he also used to talk, but he used to fully involve with me on that particular moment, on that particular few hours of partying, we discussing, we traveling. His full attention used to be there. At that time, I honestly did not observe that, because I felt that this is a natural, right? Because when you don't see things in a friendship, you don't see, okay, whether this person is doing like this. So you have this particular connection. That connection is of the vibe. So the vibes were matching. But afterwards, when I analyze, that is what exactly he was doing, enabling him to have so many close friends. And his circle was immense. Means from the top industrialist, right, to, means okay, means forget about that. Means he was having some phenomenal circle. And then I observed that he was paying full attention to the person whenever he used to meet that particular person. So his foundation of the social skills was based on paying close attention to one person at a time in that particular moment or hour. So that was his, of course, and in that particular attention also, he was having variety of the skills, conversational intelligence, empathy, and all that. Of course, means I will come to that. But the start was paying close attention, and when I developed this particular curriculum, many books start with variety of the different points, not necessarily paying close attention, but I intensely experienced this, right? So this is my personal experience, that the foundation of the social skills is paying close attention to the person when you are with that person. Simple. This is the foundation. I'm not saying this is all. This is the foundation. Of course, there are many strategies to improve your social skills. They include on taking genuine interest in the people. To few people, it comes naturally. To few people, it doesn't have to be taught to them. They don't have to get trained in them. It comes naturally. For example, for me, it doesn't come naturally. I naturally get along well with few people. I naturally do not get along with few people, right? And means I will not focus my behavior on necessarily developing a lot of connections. Means it was not the, say, my priority or the mentality or the focus area. So I am not the, say, expert in the social skills, but I am a student of social skills. I do have observed many people who, and of course, means in my friend circle, there are variety of the people who are big on social skills. Their PR is from the prime minister to the security guard of our society. Literally means I have a person in mind when I am talking, and literally this. Of course, I'm not saying that he frequently meets prime minister and all that, but I am saying that from that particular level of the PMO till the security guard of the society, that person talks with the people and jails with the people. So that is that person's nature. That person has not got any training in that. That is inborn talent, or whatever is the cultural background or the family background, and he has developed those particular skills, right? Not through a specific training program like our training program, but he has done it over many years. His age is 50 plus right now. But for few people like me who are not naturally inclined towards, say, developing a great, say, social connections and having a naturally great social skills, there are variety of the techniques what one can use. When I say the technique, actually, I don't like this particular word technique when it comes to the human relations, because human relations are not founded on techniques. Human relations are found on real connection. That is the foundation of human relation. So, but just for the simplicity, I am using this word. When I am using the word technique, I don't mean a mechanical technique or a very strategic technique. I mean there is a process, there is a method, there is an ideology, there are some specific steps that I am calling it as a technique. But don't misunderstand that in human relations, right? You have to use techniques. You should have a thought clarity on the process. You should have a thought clarity on the do's and don'ts. You should have a thought clarity on the method, right? That is all right, right? So technique is not a very right word, but I'm just using it for the convenience. So there are a variety of the techniques and processes. Now, when can you take genuine interest in people? You can take genuine interest in people provided you understand them, right? For example, I have some one particular neighbor to whom I hardly talk, and there are some neighbors who I talk a lot and meet a lot, party a lot, but with few neighbors I don't do it. Why? Because I have not developed connection with that particular person. Why? Because I'm not understanding that person well. And because I'm not understanding that particular person well and vice versa, right? So that bond has not developed. That communication channel has not developed. So you can only pay close attention provided you understand that particular person. And for that, you need to take a genuine interest in other people. If you take genuine interest, then you will spend time, then you will ask them questions, then you will interact with them, then you will disclose them something about you, then you will ask them some questions. So this is all called as taking genuine interest in other people. So taking genuine interest in the other people is a foundation to the social skills, like paying close attention. But means although the paying close attention is the foundation, the root of the paying close attention is taking genuine interest in the other people. Otherwise, you can't pay close attention, right? You pay close attention to the thing only if you are interested in that thing. If you are not interested in the thing, why your mind will allow you to focus on that particular person, right? So taking genuine interest. How to take genuine interest in the people? Develop empathy, right? So what we have already seen, right? Believe in the diversity, believe in the principle of collaboration, believe that, right? So the person is not low or high, big or small, right? The human being is human being, right? So it is always recommended to develop the rapport with all the people around you, because if everything around you is good, you can enjoy life. If everything around you is happy, you can be happy, right? So same way means, for example, can you build a bungalow at the center of the slum? No, you will not do it, right? So the same thing happens in the personal life. When you want to be happy, you can't be happy when the people around you are not happy, right? So paying close attention, taking genuine interest in the people is the foundation of human relations. You need to have a mindset of learning and appreciation. Mindset to the learn about the other person, his life experiences, her life experiences, right? Her and his ideology. So that is your goal, right? So when you are discussing with the people, understand them at a deeper level, and right, and during that particular understanding, you appreciate them. Means whenever you have the opportunity, you appreciate them. Oh, great. Okay, fine. So means I'm really happy to know this thing about you. So this is the foundation of the building the relationship. Also, one need to have this particular mindset of enjoying the present moment. Why? See, everything is linked, huh? Because if you don't have the mindset of the enjoying the present moment, you can't pay close attention. Why? Because your mind will wander either to the past or future. And then there is no question of you paying close attention. You can pay close attention, although this is a very important funda. At the root of the paying close attention, there are a variety of the factors. And one of the factors is your ability to respect and appreciate the present moment, enjoying the present moment. Right. So I have a variety of the videos on YouTube. I have just created them. All the stories are from our scriptures and all that. So nothing great, but I'm just facilitating that particular message on my YouTube channel. So there is a story of a Jain master. And one day when the Jain master was traveling in a jungle-like, ecosystem, a tiger sees him and the tiger chases him. When the tiger chases him, unfortunately, he reached the edge of that particular plateau, and there is a steep fall, and then he slips, and there is a bush, and then he catches that particular small tree or the bush, and now the tiger cannot catch it, but now he is hanging and the tiger is waiting. Unfortunately, two rats come and they try to eat that particular bush. So now that bush means the diameter is small. So now what is going to happen? Because that rats are eating that particular plank of the bush, what is going to happen? He is going to fall and die. In that particular moment, he saw that there is a small plant of strawberry. Means, of course, the strawberry plantation is nearby, and there is a small plant there, and there is one strawberry. So he takes that particular strawberry, he eats that strawberry, and he says, "Oh my God, what a tasty strawberry!" This is the story. So now people can say, "This is foolish. He is going to die. What is going to happen afterwards?" That is not the moral of the story. Moral of the story is, whatever is going to happen at that time is inevitable. In that particular situation also, in that particular stressful and negative situation also, he is not forgetting to enjoy the present moment. That is the mindset I'm talking about. This is the extreme story, but just take the essence of the story. Don't take the story literally, right? So, okay, this is a wrong strategy, right? He has to do this and that. No, no, no. That is not the point. Point is, in whatever is the condition, if you find a moment which you can enjoy, enjoy that moment. If you have that mindset, then only you can pay close attention. You cannot pay close attention if you are not maintaining your health and sleep. Again, I'm going to the root causes of the, say, paying close attention. Why? Because we can say it easily. Okay, one has to pay close, but how to pay? What are the conditions? What I need to do? So I'm purposely going into the depth of that particular thing, right? So ample sleep or enough sleep gives you that particular focus of the mind, which allows you to pay close attention whenever you want to pay close attention. It is not necessary that you will pay close attention to each and everything. No, no, no. I am saying when it is needed, are you in a position to pay close attention? And that you can do only if your health and your mind is peaceful. And for that, enough sleep, adequate sleep is needed. Mindfulness, we have already seen, right? So the mindfulness is one of the important part. If you have this mindfulness training, if you are doing some kind of meditation, some kind of observation of breath control techniques, then you will be in a much better position to pay close attention whenever you want to pay close attention. Many times we indulge into multitasking. Of course, multitasking is needed, right? So means in today's world, right? So one has to do the multitasking. But in a multitasking also, there is a method. When you are doing one particular task, how to give a considerable span of time to that particular task before moving ahead with the another task. If you have that kind of habit, then only it is possible for you to develop a mindset which allows you to pay close attention. Otherwise, it is not possible. If you have a mindset, okay, doing this now, then immediately switching your attention, immediately seeing your mobile, immediately seeing the message, then mail, then again back to the work, again doing something, again back to the work. No. For your information, again, this is the information from the neuroscience and research. Whenever you defocuses from any current work and you start doing the other work with the intention of going back to the current work, so you are doing that particular, say, multitasking or some extra thing only for some moments, for example, seeing some Facebook or LinkedIn for, say, few minutes, right? And then again going back to the work, the brain takes 23 minutes to refocus fully. I'm saying fully, 100%. Partially, it refocuses as soon as you go, but the full concentration, it takes 23 minutes. So it's a cycle of 23 minutes. Can you imagine a few minutes distraction is causing a decrease in efficiency for the next 23 minutes. So this is the point what I want to highlight. And in all these things, what actually helps is not reading books, is not listening to me, is you yourself observing a socially skilled person around you who is in a position to pay, say, close attention, and you observing that particular person and you learning from the horse's mouth who is already doing that well. You observe that particular person and model their behavior. This techniques works well, especially if you want to develop social skills.